Your financial partners, Don and Gino.
Lot of financial partners and have some fun doing it. Check out our new magazine. It's an online magazine called The Vault. The Vault. And it's taken after our Vault Media Studios here because we love the Vault because everybody wants in the Vault. There's precious things in the Vault, and we have great information hidden in the Vault. You can go to aprgi.com, aprgi.com. And you can actually subscribe to the magazine. What's cool about this, and Lisa, I know you are very attracted to this, there's no ads. This is actually real information, and it's not boring, too. These are great information that basically you will appreciate because it entails your life, not just jargon and not a bunch of sales pitches. It's just real information, along with some great entertainment, too.
It's almost back to our original snapshot. It kind of all-encompassing of when we started the show, Don, when it was information's never been so fun. Yeah. It kind of ties back into that we started a couple of years, 3+ years ago.
Yeah, that was our tagline.
Yeah, and then guiding you to personal and financial wellness. All of that's all-encompassing in the Vault magazine. So check it out at aprgi.com and check out our show at donandgino.com as well.
Nicely done. And you can enter the Vault and check out our show live. This is live, by the way. You can tell because you get the Don Getley bloopers on a regular basis by going to donandgino.com, click on the Listen and Chat Live. And Mr. Furman with AP Productions got 3 cameras on us, one on us, one on our guests, and we got a GoPro too. So we had to run around. We should run around the room and see if it follows us.
I do enough running around at Afterburn Fitness, man. I'm done.
Yeah, and actually, it's funny. Lisa Odom, who's our guest here from McDowell Odom, she's also part of the Afterburn Fitness crew. She's dedicated to it. Now that you guys are starting another fitness challenge, you crazy mofos.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
Yeah, I'm not doing this one. I'm not getting any lower than 4.8% body fat. My wife will kill me.
If you don't kill yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, Lisa brought some great information. She's our estate planning attorney and so much more. They have a lot of experience between Lisa and her mother. How many years of experience you guys got there?
Oh, over 25 combined years.
Oh, is that all?
No, wait a second. More than that. Combined, over 35.
There you go. I'm about to say, you got to have more than that. Okay, so we got 35 years of combined experience to guide you down the path to knowing what you should know about a lot of different things, such as succession planning. So what we're going to do is Lisa's put together this great outline to help enlighten you what that is. Because a lot of you go, what do I care about that? But a lot of you own businesses or know someone who owns businesses or has a child that owns a business. So listen up because this is good information. It's something that Gino and I are learning about because we run 3 different businesses, soon to be 4. For a reason, and they all tie in together. It's not like we're trying to do, window washing and auto, repair. It's all tied into financial. No.
Darn.
No. But we are starting. Do you know we're starting a national real estate post, a daily one?
Oh, I did not know that. That sounds great.
Out. It's the National Real Estate Cafe.
That's awesome.
So we've been asked to basically go on the air on a daily basis and let everybody know what they should know for that day, what's important that day, and all that.
Very cool. Congratulations, guys. That's
Thank
fantastic.
you. Furman's helping us out with that. It's pretty cool. So Lisa's here to explain to you what succession planning is all about. So why don't you start, because I know you also have some experience with this yourself.
Absolutely. Well, business succession planning is just the planning that a business owner goes through to figure out what's going to happen to their business when they decide that they either want to retire, God forbid they pass away, or they become incapacitated in some way. We represent a number of businesses in the Santa Clarita Valley and really throughout California. And a lot of times they might just be owned by a single individual or maybe just by a couple of individuals. And so the question is, what happens when someone wants to leave or really...
Or if you want to kick the other one out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, these issues come up a lot in our practice. And so, figuring out what to do is a big part of how we advise our business clients. And it has a ton of crossover with our estate planning because obviously... if you own a business, it could be probably one of the most significant assets you have, and people often forget that when they're doing their estate planning. So I've had personal experiences in my own family. My mother is my business partner, has also been a lawyer for many years, and when I was 21 years of age, she got very ill.
So just a couple years ago.
I wish. So when I was 21, she got very ill and was unable to run her business for about a month. And I remember my dad and I looking at everything and not knowing where to start and how to even get access to her bank accounts and things like that to keep her business running. And it happens a lot where someone has something happen and they can't do it. And unfortunately, as you know, your employees still expect to get paid.
They sure hope so, huh?
Yeah, your creditors want to be paid. The people who buy from you need to get their product. I mean, your business has to go on, especially if you've created a business that has this sort of recurring, this ability to recur, or, people having expectations from you, which most people who own a business have that situation.
Well, unfortunate circumstances never awry in a business ever where somebody,
never.
There's never an accident out there. There's never an illness out there.
No.
There's never a discrepancy with your partners.
No.
Oh, wait, that's what you do.
Yes.
No wonder you're so busy.
Exactly. I mean, even as recently as a couple of weeks ago, we were retained by a ex-wife of a man who passed away unexpectedly. She was unfortunately the named trustee and administrator of an estate for her ex-spouse, and he had a multi-million-dollar business, and she had absolutely no idea what to do with it. And of course, her children are the beneficiaries of this business, so she has an incentive to make sure that it continues on, but doesn't know what to do. And so these are significant issues. She doesn't know if it has a value. She doesn't know how to sell it. She doesn't know anything. And so these are things.
So this could have been set up ahead of time?
Absolutely.
So that she can basically open a manual, basically, that says, in case of emergency, break glass.
Pretty much.
Well, that's perfect, Don, because what I was going to say is, I think most of us wait to hire someone like Lisa until there's a problem.
Right.
And what Lisa's out here making sure everybody knows is it's cheaper to hire me before there's a problem.
Emotional, too. Emotions don't come into play, do they?
Oh, my gosh. Especially when you have multiple people involved in a business. If we can set up a partnership from the outset, or some type of, multiple shareholder situation from the outset, so that you've kind of set forth the rules that are going to govern you in your relationship with another person, you're doing it at a time when everybody gets along, and so you have a common goal. When you do it when you all hate each other, it doesn't work out well usually.
And you don't see these things happen. You're all happy, joy at the beginning. But I've personally lost two businesses of my own, two businesses I helped run and was partners in due to my partners having substance abuse.
Absolutely,
I'm like, really?
Well, at least you don't got to worry about that this time.
No, we're good about that. But
unless water and chicken and broccoli and asparagus.
Your partner in a bar and restaurant, that kind of goes hand in hand sometimes.
Totally.
And unfortunately, I wish I would have had a plan, because it cost us the entire business to fight it.
And that happens so much, and so often we see these things end up in litigation or pre-litigation.
That's what ours was.
And it does. It costs the business a lot of money. And honestly, what ends up happening is you may have an incredibly viable business that probably could go on and be something that ends up being a significant asset that can make you all money at the end, that falls by the wayside because of failure to plan, really. I mean,
we had that. We had a business that paid off half of its debt in the first year. We're just killing it. And then, unfortunately, one partner took advantage of that success and basically blew it out of the water.
It happens a lot. And it's a shame, because you might be losing significant value that you have when something like that happens. So doing something in advance, being prepared, thinking ahead, it's just critical. But people are very hesitant to do it. They think it's going to cost them a lot of money. Sometimes it's that they don't want to even bring up the topic with their business partners in particular, because they think it's going to cause some type of drama. Or
why don't we and we have a break coming up here in about a minute and a half here. I want to go in depth on why, because a lot of you go, well, why do I need it right now? And I know Lisa put together a really great outline of why many of us, including some of us sitting here on the mic right now, have not completely planned out our futures and what can happen in case of the unforeseen, unfortunate, however you want to put it. There's a lot of angles that we can talk about why you need to do this and why others don't. But I'd love you to go in depth of why most don't, and then we can go into the reasons why it matters.
Right.
Because you already gave us some personal experiences with
right.
that.
Well, I think probably the biggest reason that a lot of small business owners in particular don't do it is simply because they think that if something happens to them, that the business just dies, they think that the asset is sort of doesn't have any value after they're gone. And a lot of times they're really wrong. And in fact, if they do things a certain way in their business while they're running their business, they can actually make it so that's definitely wrong. Creating systems, putting systems into place. I think so often as business owners, we assume that we're the face of the business, and therefore, if we're gone, it's over. But you forget the value of those customer lists.
Well, let's talk about the value of properly planning for your business succession with Lisa Odom with McDowell Odom, attorneys at law, right here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Don't go away. Great stuff.